The bold and the beautiful Hope, and Finn's bond deepens, Steffy furious. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up before the video starts. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Hope Logan and John Finn Finnegan will soon have another reason to bond, and Steffy will be furious. Steffy has allowed Hope to keep her clothing line as long as she stays away from Finn. Why is Hope anywhere near her husband? Why is Finn talking to the woman who Steffy Forrester has warned him so many times against? The bold and the beautiful spoiler reveal that a connect to Brooke's bedroom line will be the catalyst for this bonding experience as Icelandic rock star Jökull Juliusson makes an appearance on Friday, September 27. There will be a musical performance along with a photo shoot. Of course, both Hope and Finn will be there. Unfortunately, Hope and Finn are both fans of Jökull Juliusson and his band. This will give Hope and Finn a lot to talk about, something both of them have been warned against. Finn will certainly be impressed by Juliusson's performance, and whoever had the idea to have him there. However, the mere sight of these two talking will infuriate Steffy. Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., will be busy handling the live stream coverage. Unfortunately, this is going to leave Hope unsupervised. Brooke has promised to keep her daughter away from Finn, but Brooke cannot be in two places at once. Hope needs to learn some restraint. Hope knows that her clothing line is literally on the line if she continues to bond with Finn. Unfortunately, Hope cannot seem to help herself. Brooke isn't happy about Steffy's threat, but Brooke knows what is on the line and Hope does as well. How many times does Hope need to be reminded that Finn is a married man? While Steffy is helping with the photo shoot and the musical collaboration, she will notice that Hope and Finn once again have their heads together, bonding over Juliusson's obvious talent and their admiration for him. Steffy will be visibly upset and put an end to this bonding before it goes any further. Spoilers say that Steffy will put Hope in her place. Will Steffy once again remind Hope that her career is on the line? Steffy will certainly be ready to get rid of Hope's line after her blatant defiance. Steffy is likely to issue one last warning insisting that Hope put as much effort into her line and less into spending time with Finn. In the shimmering world of Los Angeles, where the glitter of fashion conceals the raw complexities of human emotion, tension simmered as Hope Logan and Finn Finnegan found themselves navigating the uncharted waters of their relationship. What started as a friendship rooted in shared frustrations was evolving into something deeper, something neither of them had anticipated, nor could they fully comprehend. It all began innocently enough, as these things often do. Hope had been trying to distance herself from the chaos of her life with Liam Spencer. Their relationship, once a fairy tale, had slowly turned into a cycle of heartbreak, betrayal, and misunderstandings, particularly when it came to Steffy Forrester. Despite her best efforts to keep things together for their children, Hope felt the growing weight of her own unhappiness. Liam was always somewhere between her and Steffy, never fully hers, never fully present. She felt trapped in a constant triangle, never being his full focus. And Finn, he understood. He understood more than anyone. Finn's life had been just as tumultuous. His marriage to Steffy had been strained for months. Ever since her brief return to Liam, Finn couldn't shake the feeling that Steffy's heart still had a lingering connection to her ex. Though they had tried to work through it, the trust between them had eroded. Finn loved Steffy, truly, but he was tired of feeling second to Liam in his wife's heart. Hope and Finn's paths crossed at Forrester Creations more often than not. At first, it was mere commiseration over their respective partners. There was no malice, no intention, just two people seeking solace in each other's understanding. They would chat during lunch breaks, exchange sympathetic glances in passing, and gradually their conversations grew longer, more intimate. One afternoon, Hope found herself in Finn's office, unburdening herself in a way she hadn't with anyone else. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Finn, she said, running a hand through her blonde waves, her eyes reflecting the inner turmoil. I've always been understanding. I've always tried to be the bigger person when it comes to Liam and Steffy, but I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm constantly battling for a place in my own marriage. Finn leaned back in his chair, his brow furrowed in empathy. I get it, Hope. Trust me. Steffi swears it's all in the past, but I can't shake this feeling that Liam still has a part of her heart. He sighed deeply, his strong jaw tightening in frustration. I love her, but it's hard to compete with someone she's known for so long, someone she has a child with. There was a shared silence then, the kind that only exists between two people who understand each other's pain all too well. In that moment, something shifted. The air between them grew heavy, charged with an unspoken connection. Hope met his gaze, her heart pounding in a way that confused her. She had never intended for things to progress this far. She had always been a woman of principles, steadfast in her commitment to her family. But with Finn, she found herself feeling seen, heard, appreciated in a way that Liam had never quite managed. Days passed, and their bond deepened. What had begun as solace quickly turned into something more dangerous. They were drawn to each other like magnets, both of them grappling with the reality of their lives, feeling invisible to their respective partners. Yet in each other, they found an intoxicating clarity, a warmth neither of them had realized they craved. One evening, after a long and emotionally exhausting day at Forrester, Finn suggested they grab a drink together, just to unwind. Hope hesitated for only a moment before agreeing. What harm could there be in a simple drink? After all, they were friends, nothing more. But the moment they sat down at the dimly lit bar, sharing laughter and vulnerable confessions, it became clear that their connection was growing deeper by the second. They weren't just two people bound by shared frustrations anymore. They were two souls who had found refuge in one another. I don't know what I'd do without you, Finn, Hope admitted after her second glass of wine, her hand lightly brushing his as she spoke. You've been my rock through all of this. Finn felt the warmth of her touch sear through him. He knew it wasn't right, but he couldn't pull away. You've been my sanity, Hope. I don't think I've ever felt this close to anyone before. Not like this. Their eyes met, and for a moment, time seemed to stop. The world around them faded, leaving only the palpable tension between them. It was a line they both knew they shouldn't cross, but they were already standing too close to the edge. Before they could say anything further, a familiar figure stepped into the bar, Steffy. She froze, her eyes locking onto Hope and Finn, sitting far too close for comfort, their hands almost touching. The shock on her face quickly morphed into something far more dangerous, rage. Her mind raced as she pieced together the moments she had overlooked, the subtle shifts in Finn's behavior, the time he spent at Forrester, the looks between him and Hope. It all came crashing down in a wave of fury. Steffi stormed toward them, her voice sharp and accusing. What the hell is this? She spat, her eyes narrowing at Finn before darting to Hope. You two think I wouldn't notice? Finn immediately stood, guilt etched on his face. Steffi, it's not what it looks like. Oh, really? Steffi interrupted, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Because it sure looks like my husband and my stepsister are getting pretty cozy. How long has this been going on, huh? Hope stood too, her heart racing, but she forced herself to remain calm. Steffi, you're misunderstanding. Am I? Steffi's voice cracked with emotion. How could you, Hope? I trusted you. And Finn. She turned to her husband, tears of betrayal welling in her eyes. I thought we were working through things. I thought you loved me. I do love you, Steffi, Finn insisted, his voice desperate, but even he couldn't deny the growing connection between him and Hope. This wasn't intentional. It just happened. Steffi's eyes darkened with anger, her face a storm of emotions. You've both betrayed me. With that, she turned and walked out, leaving Finn and Hope standing in stunned silence, the weight of their actions crashing down on them. The bond they had formed had led them to this moment, and now the repercussions would ripple through everything they held dear. But as Hope watched Steffi disappear into the night, a part of her couldn't help but wonder if this was the price she had to pay for finally choosing her own happiness, no matter the cost.